Oh, Hayley's online. So we're going to make a start, and if you're not watching now and joining in now, then watching this coming hours, days, weeks, we're going to do a little HIIT circuit today. It's a whole body, so we're going to work legs and abs and core all together. You don't need any equipment. I've got a nice spongy surface in here. If you want a towel or something to lie on, or you've got an exercise mat, and that is great. You might want some water to have a sip on in between sets. So although with full warm up and cool down and explanations, this might take half an hour, but the actual length of time you're working is 9 minutes, and that includes the rest time between exercises. So you're actually only doing we do about 16.5 minutes of exercising, but actually only 9 minutes of the really hard stuff, just in 20-second blocks. So we're doing work really hard, seconds, little break, keep going, and then a rest in between. We're doing one circuit of 9 exercises, which we're going to do 3 times. So we're going to start with a little gentle warm-up. So we're just going to start going side to side, and then we're going to start adding in some arms. The beauty of this sort of exercising, when we get to it, is that it doesn't really matter if you're 14, 40, 80, you can go at your own pace, and we're going to put in some modifications so you can do some harder versions. I'm just going to start rocking side to side and just lifting that foot up. If you can only get it up a little bit, then that is fine. If you can kick your bottom, that is great. Just move from side to side with little butt kicks. Yes, as I was saying, we'll put in modifications for most of them, so when it gets to things like split lunges, some of you can go for that really hard, and that is a really tough exercise that you will definitely feel tomorrow. And if you're not ready for that sort of exercise, then you can do it much slower, much more static, and it'll be a lot easier. So we're going to go with some high knees and just pulling down. So knee comes up, hands come down. Just start to crunch that tummy a little bit. So as your knee comes up, we're putting our hands down, also crunching our abs. Great, we're going to start stepping side to side. So we're doing a little bit of a side lunge. And just start getting those arms involved as well. So we're getting some twist in our obliques, the sides of our abs. Just starting to build up our heart rate nice and gently, and getting some of these joints moving, particularly we've been lying around, sitting down a long time. So we're going to keep going with those arms, but we're going to go 1, 2, 3, knee up. 1, 2, 3, knee. 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 Right, we're ready for a little bit of jogging on the spot. Gentle as you like. If you've got a bit of space, you just go for a nice little walk. If you feel it's ridiculously easy, you can just pick up the pace a bit more, start bringing those knees up. If Dad's watching, you're going nice and slow. our legs have warmed up a little bit, we're just going to go for some just gentle squats. As low as you can comfortably manage. Weight on your heels. No doubt some of you youngsters will be getting much lower than me. Feet are just a nice comfortable width apart. Excellent. Little jog. And then we're going to just bring up one knee and just do a kick forward. One knee, little kick forward. Well done. And into a little boxer shuffle. And we're just going to finish with another mobility move. So arms nice and wide, and we're going to twist as far as we can comfortably go to one way, as far as we can comfortably go the other way, back to the middle, and we're going to twist down towards the toes to one way, and then down towards the toes the other way. So from side to toe to toe, side to side to toe to toe. Well done. So we've just a little bit of a warm up, a little bit of a mobilisation. So exercise 1, we're going to just chat through the 9 exercises we're going to be doing, and I'll show you some modifications, and then we can get going. We'll just do a couple of each so that you have a little practice at them. First one, probably needs very little explanation, is going to be a press up. So if you're able to, it's only 20 seconds. If you're able to do full press ups, that is absolutely fine. Full press ups. If that's too tough for you, then down onto your knees, and we can do them from kneeling, but try not to just have all the weight on your knees and just be bending your arms, because that really is doing very little exercise. As knees as far back as you dare. The further back they are, the harder it is. Up onto your toes, even harder. We're going to go for 20 seconds of press ups. Next one is going to be squat jumps. So if you're fit and healthy, we'll be doing squats like we did in the warm-up, but then powering up as high as we can and then sinking down into them again. So we'll be doing repeated jumps as high and as powerful as you can manage. If you're watching this and you're not in great shape, or you're a bit elderly, just go for some squats like we did in the warm-up, and you might even want to be holding onto the back of a chair or something just for a bit of support as you do those. So squats of some description, exercise number 2. Then we're on to our backs for the third one. We're going to do some leg raises. This works the lower parts of our abs. So arms out and just lifting your legs up and down. Now for easier versions, bend your knees a little bit, let them touch on the floor each time. Harder version, straight legs, don't let them touch the ground, and just get your bum to come off the ground slightly at the top of the movement. So that's the hard version. Easier versions, bent knees, touching the floor and up. So there are some different variations there on the leg raises. Next exercise, quite tricky actually, decent exercises for your back without using any weights. We're going to do a Superman. So lying on your front, arms out in front of you, legs all the way back, and just trying to lift up your hands and your feet. Easiest version, well, your feet and hands aren't going to move very far. They may only come off the ground a centimetre. You might not be able to do both, so you might just want to concentrate on either doing your hands or just doing your legs. Slightly harder to do arms and legs, and just trying to get them to come up as high as you can. Even harder, hovering, don't let them touch the ground in between. So we're there and just raising and lowering and raising and lowering, raising and lowering without them touching the ground at all. Next exercise is side jumps. So we're just going to pick an imaginary line on the floor and we're just going to be doing jumps across it. If you want to make it harder, imagine there's something larger to get across and we're doing higher jumps across. If that's too hard, or the first one's even too hard, we can just be doing steps across, stepping side to side, across. Okay, so that's the very easiest. Harder, just doing little jumps. Even harder, imagine you're jumping across a bigger obstacle. Next exercise is a crunch. So we're back on the floor, feet planted, bent knees, hands somewhere by your ears. Don't pull on the back of your head. We're just pulling up and back and up and back. So it's just crunching up, tucking in those tummies. Try and get your breathing going, so we're breathing out with the exertion. So you're breathing out and in, out and in. So it's crunches. And hopefully you're having a little go at these as we go along. Just 1 or 2 reps of each one, just to see what it feels like. The next exercise is a walkout. So, easiest version, hands to the floor, and just see if you can walk forward a little bit until you're in a plank position, and then walk back. The harder version, we could try and get going on our shoulders and arms, is to go out into our plank and then come back into as tight a sort of upside down V shape as you can, and lower down to the ground with your head and give yourself a push. So I'll show that from the side. So it's to do a walkout to horizontal, come back into our V shape, lower your head down and do a press. Okay, so we're doing a walkout with a shoulder press. Next exercise is a split lunge. Easiest version, just do a standing one. So you're just going to put one leg forward and push back, other leg forward and push back. Try and do it without falling over. If you've got to put your hands on your legs for balance, that is fine. If you can do it without your hands, even better. So that's our nice easy version. For more advanced users, people in good shape and good health, we're going to put that into a split lunge. So we're going to be dropping and pushing back up onto the other leg. And this is one that will definitely get you feeling that in your hamstrings and glutes tomorrow. Last exercise is the Russian twist. This works the obliques. So, easiest version is to have your feet on the floor, legs slightly bent, back nice and strong and straight, chest up, shoulders back, hands in front of you, and just swing your hands gently from side to side. Don't fling them from left to right. It's not about using momentum for this one. It's controlling it from side to side. The further you can reach back, the better. If you can get your feet off the ground so they're covering, even better. And the widest turns you can make. Okay, so those are our 9 exercises. We're going to go through those 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. So it's going to be a really quick movement from one to the next. And we're going to go around 3 times if you can manage it. If you feel this is the first time you've done an exercise for a long time, or the first time you've done anything like this for a long time, then just do 1 set today and see how it is. In a couple of days, have a go at 2. Next week, maybe try 3. Build it up gradually. So, quick sip of water, and we will start in 15 seconds with press ups. So we need you down on the floor, ready to go. 2, 1, go, and off we go. So do the hardest version you can manage. You do full press ups, that is great. Absolutely no requirement to do that. If you need to sink down onto your knees, that is great. Find a version where you can keep going for the 20 seconds. If you're fit and healthy, see if you can manage 20 in that time. So we're into our 10 seconds rest before we go into squat jumps. So remembering, full version is just to keep going. Go! Easy version, we're off now guys, is to just do standing squats. So I'm going to have a go at the full one for the rest of this time. We've got 10 seconds left. As high as you can go. Push it up as hard as you can. Drive with those hands unless you're going to hit the ceiling. 2, 1, rest. And rest. Next exercise is leg raises. So we're going on our back, arms up, don't put them underneath your bottom. Go! And here we go. Up and down nice and gently. If you can just lift your bottom up as well, that is great. If you need to rest and put your heels down, that is fine. 5 seconds to go. Rest. And we're turning over onto our front because the next exercise is Superman. So we're going to see if we can lift up our hands and our feet. Here we go, we're off. So just pulsing up and down if we can. My range of movement on this is awful. So I'm sure lots of you watching will be able to do this much better than me. 5 seconds. 2. Rest. And rest. We're going to side jumps. So we're doing those side to side jumps or steps if you're going to struggle. Ready? Go! And we're off. 5 seconds gone. Great for skiing this. Going down those moguls. 3 seconds. Rest. And resting. Next one is crunches. So we're back onto the ground. Knees bent. Go. And there we go, crunch up. 2, 3. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe out. Halfway there already. 10 seconds to go. Try not to fling forward. Doesn't matter too much where your hands are. As long as you're not pulling on your head. Rest. But not flinging yourself forward. So we have a go at those walkouts now, which I appreciate might be tough for some of you. Go. So there we go. Hands down. Walking out. V shape. And a press. Walking out. Upside down V. Press. Oh, I don't think I have time for one more, that's time. Okay, we're going to split lunges next, so you can go for the nice, slow, still ones, so we can go for the full jumps, which look like this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds to go. Oh, yeah, good burn from that. So last one is our Russian twist. So, feet on the floor is fine. If you can lift them off the floor, even better. Doesn't have to be fast. Don't fling it around. Side to side. As wide a range as you can manage. Rest. And rest. Right, we've got 1 minute's rest. That's set 1 gun. We're only doing 3. So,
congratulations,
take some water.
Is complete.
Unfortunately not, it's not complete. Set 1 done. Now we know what we're doing. You can just make sure you're comfortable with the type of drop one you want to do on each. Whether you need to modify it. If it was too easy last time, make it a bit harder. If it was too hard last time, you can make it easier. Go at your own pace. We've got about 30 seconds left and we'll be into press-ups. Hello Johnny, hello Kirsty, hi Lauren.
Congratulations, your workout is complete.
So we're starting in 15 seconds. 15 seconds, and we're into press-ups. The hardest version you can manage. If you're fit and healthy, see if you can do at least 20 in the 20 seconds. If not, obviously take your own time. Here we go. Ready? And go. If that's too easy, you can put some claps in. Be my guest. All of these can be made harder or easier. Go faster, go slower. Put your knees down if you have to. Have a rest if you have to. Well done.
Rest.
And rest. We're into squats. So you can just do standing squats, that is fine, as deep as you can. Or full jumps, if you can manage it.
Go.
Here we go. Nice squish your knees on landing. Bend into it. Well done. As high as you can go. 5 seconds.
Rest.
Ooh. Leg raises. We're onto the floor. Hands out.
Go.
Here we go. Again, don't go fast on this. You can do alternate legs if you want. Not sure that makes it harder or easier. Different anyway. But great if you can get that little bum lift at the end.
Rest.
We're turning over for Superman.
Go.
And we're off. If you can, don't let them touch the ground at all. You should feel this in your lower back. It's having to contract to lift up legs and arms at the same time.
Rest.
Well done. We're on to side jumps. I'll give you another variation if you want it, which is to do skater jumps.
Go.
Which for some of you might be a bit easier, a bit different. If not, we're back to our jumps. 5 seconds to go.
Rest.
And rest. Crunches. Knees bent. Hands by head.
Go.
Here we go. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe out. 5 seconds. Keep going. We're over halfway through the whole workout. So we're doing walkout with press. But last time we only had time to do 2, so I'm going to do a couple of presses each time. So I'm going to do the walkout into my V shape, and I'm going to do a couple of presses and walk out back into my V shape. Couple of presses.
Rest.
And resting. Well done. We're doing split lunges next. Get ready to feel the burn in those quads. Here we go.
Go.
As low as you're comfortable. You can get your knees sinking all the way down towards the floor. Don't let it bash into the ground. Try and keep it light and spongy. 5 seconds. Couple more. Nearly there.
Rest.
And rest. Well done. And we finish with a Russian twist. We did say no equipment, but
Go.
if it's too easy, you can try it with any weighted object of your choice, whether it's a weight or a can of beans or a bottle of water.
Rest.
And that is the end of set 2. 1 more to go in a minute.
Congratulations, your workout is
Not complete. got a minute's rest. The great thing about HIIT and circuit, as I said, if you're here at the start, is we're actually doing 9 minutes of the hard work. Just 9 minutes. We keep spreading it out with body parts. We can build up a really intense workout in a really short period of time. And this intense workout is the sort that will keep your metabolism fired up and burning for the next 24, 36 hours. So if you're looking at your body and burning literally no calories, this will keep burning for the next 24 hours. So we're going into our last one.
Go!
In 15 seconds, we're starting with our last set of press-ups. Hardest version you can manage, as many as you can manage. Are we ready? Starting in 3.
Go!
And we're off. Keep going, as many as you can, even if you're taking long rests. So you can do one more. Keep going.
Rest.
And rest. Well done. Squat jumps for the last time. Again, you can just do standing squats. That is fine. If not, you're going as high and as powerful as you can. Sink right down into it. Drive with those arms. Nice soft landings. Keep going. 6 seconds. Yep, I know it's burning, but we're only doing 20 seconds. And we're done.
Rest.
Well done. Leg raises. Have a nice lie down. Here we go.
Go!
So if you can, stop before your feet touch the ground. Six seconds. Well done. Bend your knees if you have to.
Rest.
Have a rest on any of them if you have to. We're turning over. For my speciality.
Go!
If I get my legs out of you, you won't be able to see how pitifully small the range of movement is. Keep going. Keep going, Johnny. Keep going.
Rest.
Well done. Side jumps. So any jump of your choice, side to side. Got a little marker that might help.
Go!
Come on, this is the last one. Can you go a bit faster? Can you go a bit higher? Work those legs. 3 seconds.
Rest.
And rest. Well done. We're into crunches. On your back, starting in 3. Here we go.
Go!
As high as you can manage. Feel that crunch in your tummy. Breathe out and back. Hold it for just a millisecond at the top. That really helps feel that burn in the top of the abs. So the leg raises really works the lower abs.
Rest.
This really works the top ones. We're into those walk out and press. I'm going to go for 3 presses this time. If you can't do any, that's fine.
Go!
So we're walking out to a plank. Back up into our mountain shape. I'm going to do 3. And back up. I reckon I'll have time to do that twice. 1, 2, 3.
Rest.
Yeah, I was right. 2 to go. Split lunges. Last big burner. Ready. Here we go. If you're going for it, see if you can do 20. I think that's 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'm not going to make it on 10 seconds. I'm going to try and speed it up a little bit. 5 seconds left. Well done. Oh,
Rest.
that burns. Last one then, Russian twist.
And here we go. Lots of control, side to side. Those abs are pulling your shoulders round. So pull your whole shoulders round, not just your hands. It's your shoulders turning that we're looking for.
Rest.
And rest. Well done. So as I said, the 20-second hard work bits, that is 9 minutes work.
Congratulations, your workout is complete.
Well done, and that is genuinely complete this time. So grab some water. We're going to go for a little walk. Kirsty's watching still. Johnny says he's fat and can't do it. You can still do it, Johnny. You can still do it. Here we go. Just keep those legs moving. It's important now that you don't just go and lie down. If you just go and lie down, all that lactic acid you've just built
your
up,
workout is complete.
all that carbon dioxide, it's going to sit in those muscles that have been working, and you will be super stiff tomorrow. So we're literally, how long are we in? We're 30 minutes in. We're going to do 2 or 3 minutes cool down. If you haven't taken the dog for a walk today, or done your daily outside walk, now would be a great time to do that. Just go for a nice gentle stroll, get those muscles working really gently, and just flush through those muscles have been working with some nice oxygenated blood. But don't just sit down. Go back to your desks, go back to your sofa. We're just going to do a couple of stretches. So we've worked our quads really hard, so we're going to do some quad stretches. So if you need to, you can lean against something. I'm going to pull my heel into my butt. I'm going to try and have my knees together, and I'm going to try and push my hips forward, and I can really feel that stretching now up the front of this quad. I'm going to hold each of these stretches for at least 10 seconds. That's not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a nice, proper, slow 10 seconds. Moving on to the other leg. Now I've got a decent sweat on now, and that was just from 9 minutes exercise. So see how you felt it. If that was too hard, you know how you can make it easier. I've given you adaptations for all of them. Message me if you need an easier adaptation for any of them. I can give you an alternative. Natalie Black, I know we had some jumping up and down with squat jumps. Maybe you can just do the standing ones. If not, I'll send you some other alternatives that you could slot in for that. Side jumps, you'll just have to miss out on those. You can just do some side to side lunges nice and slowly. We're going to loosen out the hamstrings a little bit. So feet shoulder width apart. Ever such a small bend in your knees, otherwise keep them still. I'm just going to drop our head down, drop our hands down, and just get to that point where you can feel it properly stretching up the back of your hamstrings, up the back of your glutes, up the back of your calves, and try and hold it there for 10 seconds. If you can't feel it pulling, just lower down a little bit more, but don't bounce up and down. Don't thrust yourself forward. Hold it nice and still. Starting to calm my breathing down now. And gently back up. Little shake, little shake, little shake. If you want to spend longer doing these, by all means do. I'm only going to do a couple before everyone signs off and runs away. Try and hold it for 10 seconds if you can. Well done. One for the calves. Again, best if you're leaning against something. I'm putting that back leg out straight, my heels on the floor. I'm just going to bring my weight forward so I can feel it stretching up the back of that calf. If you haven't got anything to lean against, you can do this from a press up position as well. I can feel that starting to relax now. It's starting to let go. Initially when you start to stretch a muscle, it will fight against it to protect itself. It thinks you're going to tear it, so it will tighten up really hard, try and resist you stretching it. But once it realises after a few seconds that it's not going anywhere further, it will just start to relax. You might be able to take it another couple of millimetres. So with the other foot, just slowly bring your weight forward. So we've done something for the hamstrings, something for the quads, something for the calves. All of these you can do 2-3 times as long as you feel like. Particularly if you've got any flexibility issues, now's a great time to be doing stretching while your muscles are nice and warm and gooey and hot. Just going to do one for the shoulders. So arm out in front of you. So you're going to Bond style shoot someone. Keep that arm straight but pull it across. And you can see I'm keeping it horizontal. Even more, try and look over that shoulder. Stretching, stretching, stretching. Other hand out in front of you, pull it across, look over that shoulder. Great. Guys, 101 other stretches we can be doing, any direction you feel. Just take any joint, any way you want, hold it for 10 seconds, feel it stretch, just feel it loosen off. As long as you can. We're going to be doing a HIIT or circuit session every Tuesday at 2. Some of the exercises for the back are really hard to do without any resistance. So if you could have a look for next week, if you've got a pull-up bar you can pull from, even if it's a horizontal one, if you can put a bar between 2 chairs, a really thick broomstick or something like that, that you can pull yourself up between without it snapping and you falling on your bottoms. If you can find something like that, if not, a heavy object. Now if you've got a dumbbell or a kettlebell or something like that, that is great. If not, just the heaviest lump of something you can pick up, depending on your strength. 5 kilograms, 10 kilograms, depends how fit and healthy you are. If you've got a whole set of dumbbells, bring a couple along, but I'm going to try and put something in there so we can actually work our backs a bit better than we did today. If you joined in, well done, congratulations. If you're watching this later on, hope you enjoy. Leave some comments, any requests, put them in. We're doing this sort of exercise every Tuesday. Nursery and foundation on a Wednesday, key stage 2, 3 PE on a Monday. If you want to go to the YouTube channel, please do so. You could be my 31st subscriber if you're getting there quickly. Thanks very much, have a great day, stay safe. Hi Nick, see you later, bye Karen, Lauren, Johnny, Hayley.